Sounds good,
What
though.
am I doing? I don't need this. Okay. Oh, shit. Sit down. What? Yeah, right? Here you go there, pal. Thank you very much. Anyway, I know a lot of people, you know, I wanted to do this album, and a lot of people said to me, so Sin, you know, now you're doing country, like I said to you before, but you know, what I wanted to explain to you was that when I was growing up, everything was Western, everything. It was in the movies, the motif. Hey, if you had the horse lamp that kind of had the light and the horses running around in the lampshade, come on. And, right, and Saturday mornings, okay, you know, my mother worked, you know, yeah, she was like the first to get divorced on the block. I don't know if that was like you get a medal or just like scrutinized. I have no idea. It was very confusing. But so she worked on Friday night. So of course she slept Saturday morning. Kind of big mistake, I don't know. It was me, my sister Ellen, and my brother Butch. And there was a lot of sugar cereal. I mean, we were jacked up on sugar. Lots of sugar. A lot of sugar, a lot of cowboy shows, you know, like Roy Rogers, Dan Levins, you know, the Lone Ranger, kind of felt like the Short Ranger, but whatever. And then there was, you know, Sky King, which was very confusing because he didn't have a horse, he had a plane, and I couldn't figure it out. But the outfits were good, so. But when we got up really early in the morning, right, they had a movie cereal, which is not to eat, of course, you know. Those of you who are old enough to know. If you don't, Google it. And they would have, like, if it wasn't Flash Gordon, but mostly it was Westerns, so there was one we really loved, and that was Billy Bang Bang and his brother Butch. You know? Yeah, right? And we had a brother Butch. So that was easy enough to play, you know. And my sister Ellen, she was a little Butch. So she was Billy. And I was just Bang Bang. And then, you know, so we were kind of nutty, you know. And all of this took place when my poor mother was sleeping, God bless her. Anyway, so we had all kinds of things, but we, you know, I must admit, the horse with the springs went a lot faster, but we also had these, but they made me a big one. Anyway, yeah, you never are too old to get toys, come on. Yeah, right, it's cute. You know, so anyway, I wanted to tell you this because it's really how this music affected me as a kid. Because everything was Western. It was like fashion. It was reenactment of every cowboy television show you ever saw, and, you know, and pony sticks and hats, lots of hats. Anyway, I picked this one song because it's a Patsy Montana song, which I thought, for those of you who don't know, she had the first hit. You know, this was the first hit by a woman, you know, and it was like a huge hit. And it's called I Want to Be a Cowboy Sweetheart, right? So yeah, I mean, I loved it, but there was like this one thing, you know, like she said she wanted to be a cowboy sweetheart, and then she never mentioned the guy again. So I was like a little confused, but you know, I go with it. But then I realized, oh, you know, but you know, like I want to sleep beneath the sleeping herd, but never mentions him. You know, although it was more of a chaste time. You know. But you know, it's very confusing. But anyway, no, you know, I thought about it, and I remembered that growing up, so now I'm really aging myself, but I remembered that if you know, women didn't get to be anybody unless you kind of, not in my neighborhood, unless you kind of had a boyfriend who did what you wanted to do and you were kind of around that, or you married the guy that you wanted to be, you know. Because, you know, I was told, you know, better learn how to cook and clean because you're going to do it for the rest of your life. And, you know, I was 7 thinking. But, you know, that was your lot. You know, like in history, like what's a perfect example that you would know? Like Marilyn Monroe, let's just take her, right? That woman, she loved art, right? She loved it so much, and she fell in love with Arthur Miller, and she married Arthur Miller, and she loved class, and she was going to be that. And as I looked at her as a little kid, I always thought, well, you know, especially now, she was a performance artist. She had a lot of class. She was an artist. And she didn't see herself as that because, you know, women were one service industry kind of, you know. So I thought this was a perfect song to sing, and also I felt like, you know, this kind of cowboy swing stuff reminded me of the cartoons with the singing flowers and the bees would be singing, you know, so I thought this was kind of nice, you know. So it goes like this, a long story, sorry, you know. Here we go.